Well, thank you, friend. Shabbat Shalom, and greetings to you all. Now we're about to enter the great holiday of miracles, the first of the twin festivals of light, held at the darkest time of the year when we search for light. It's a time for you to keep sharing the miracles of your life since they're all around you. Let's all hope that those in need of miracles see it come to fruition. It's Hanukkah. It's a name that derives from the Hebrew word, verb actually, chanok, meaning to dedicate. Now here's what's become a modern day Hanukkah classic, and I've made a few minor modifications. Put on your yarmulke. Here comes Hanukkah. It's so much funukkah to celebrate. Hanukkah is the festival of light. Instead of one day of presents, we have 8 crazy nights when you feel like the only kid in town without a Christmas tree. Here's a list of people who are Jewish, just like you and me. The old diamond lights the menorah, so does Ferris Bueller, Larry David, and others you adore. Guess who ate together at the Carnegie Deli? Robert Zimmerman, Paul Simon, and Peter Coyote. It's a modern Hanukkah classic. Now, about 2,000 years ago, there was a debate. Not quite like the debates we see now, but a debate between the two primary schools of rabbinic thought. The school of Hillel and the school of Shammai. Now, when you study to become a rabbi, you spend an amazing amount of time reading what both Shammai and Hillel had to say about pretty well everything. And because more people are familiar with one of those names, you kind of know who won most of the debates. Now, Shammai felt 8 candles should be lit the first night, and each night thereafter we decrease a candle. And to him, this would symbolize that the remaining oil decreased each night. Hillel, however, felt we should increase the candles each night. You know, it's not hard to see who won. And as I said, Hillel actually won the majority of these debates. Now, the Maccabees did not increase the number of lights that kindled. They just lit the one great light. So why should we? Well, we do it to publicize the fact that it's a miracle. Our ancient rabbis created the story of Hanukkah. The story that the Maccabees had 1 day's worth of oil that lasted 8 days to emphasize the miracle. It was never written about as having occurred. We also do it to show that light is coming back into our lives, because this is the darkest time of the year, and the solstice coming up midweek reminds us of the inexorable movement of time. So gather with who you can. Kindle the lights. Ignore cholesterol. Eat fried foods. It's a way to honor all oil products, donuts, latkes. And as is usually the case, there's rules for everything, including how to put the candles in the Hanukkah and how to light them. But as far as I'm concerned, load the menorah any way you want. But technically, you fill it from right to left, but you light it left to right. And there's a reason for it, because there's a reason for everything. And you light the candles with the shamash, the helper candle, that one in the middle. And the reason it is there is because the light of the Hanukkah represents holy light, simply to commemorate the days, and is not a light to be used as a regular light. And so for that, we have to have the helper candle. You'll also notice that I've interchanged menorah and Hanukkah. Technically, the menorahs that we're so used to seeing are Hanukkahs, because the menorah was the 7-branch light of the temple. And every night, there are 2 prayers said as we light the candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, lahadlik ner Hanukkah. Very much like the prayer over the candles for every Sabbath. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us to kindle the Hanukkah light. The second one, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asen nisim levotenu bayamim hachem bizman hazeh. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who performed miracles for our forefathers in those days at this time. And each day's light means something. And I want you to think about that when you're lighting the candles. The first candle is all about God and creation. In the beginning of the Torah, God created one thing and one thing only, and that's light. All the rest of the creation story was about separation and division. He created the sun, the moon, the stars to give light to day and night and to mark the passage of time and festivals. The second candle honors the holy beings, which are man and woman, all of us the world over, although I'm not so sure you can even say man and woman anymore. The holy beings of God. Now the third candle is about the goodness of God. We're blessed by the presence and uniqueness of family and friends. And we're reminded by all those who've touched our lives. Friends, may the blessings of peace and promise of life come true for all. The fourth candle honors the rededication of the temple for which this holiday is named. We give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. The fifth candle reminds us there's still God in a broken world. The heart of our blessings is a world dedicated to healing. We're too aware of the frailty of our physical bodies, so we call to each other to help each other, each of us. We heal ourselves. Now, the sixth candle speaks of the oppression of people. This is not just something from the past. Every generation is nation waging war with nation and with itself. Ignorance, prejudice, jealousy, false pride, greed, the destructive thoughts and feelings held in our hearts, they come out. They're manifested in word and deed that dehumanizes, destroys. The sixth candle reminds us of these and encourages that our hearts be cleansed of those attitudes by the light of life and love. The seventh candle reminds us of the 7 days of creation and speaks of joy and celebration, while the last, the eighth candle, is a reminder that light is everywhere. It is always around us. And light is always around us when we gather and share and celebrate, my friends, like when we take the time to honor and pray and observe as a community. Collective consciousness of seeker showing faith, any and all faith, love, any and all love, because we are a true chavura fellowship. As we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes, unites us all in this community house of spirits, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. And even though together we are individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her or their own way. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, to gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hinei B'Tov. Hinei B'Tov. Shevet Achim. Hinei B'Tov. Shevet Achim. How good, how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. We support each other in this community, my friends. Let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, this is you setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's a part of your kavanah, your intention that you put out to the universe. It is your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control, of what you can correct. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. So let's take some time now. Let's use that intention. Let's send some of that goodwill, some light healing out to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everyone. It simply floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out. For those you know, for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call the names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. We have to help heal the world. It's not something we complete. It is an ongoing task to be dealt with in this lifetime, for every lifetime. We must each do our part. We must each do what we can to improve and change our own little corner of the world, because as we change ourselves, we change the conditions of life. Now, part of the healing of the world is our sending thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere, and special thoughts and prayers for those who are undergoing surgery or special medical care. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, good life for everybody around us. For Ronnie, Fern and Johnny, for dear Doria, for Glow and Shelley, for Luke and Lucy, for Nina and Danny, for Tally and Ryan, for Arve and the lost souls, for all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include those familiars of our lives, all our sacred animal friends everywhere, for everybody you know in need, for the whole world, for the bee. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit. And spirit, my friends, never dies. Me. Avotenu. Makorcha. Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Peace should bear, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, my friends, in which we call upon God to heal as He's healed before. Me, Shaberach, may He who blessed, because all healing is a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now, our mystical Bible continues as we officially enter the story of Joseph, Yosef. Now, he's best known for his colorful garb, the famous coat of many colors. Now, I went to a recent production of the Joseph musical in honor of this section of the Torah. You may not realize it, but here is the only character we see grow and develop in the entire Tanakh. From the spying stool pigeon we first meet, to the hated egomaniac, to slave, to advisor to Pharaoh, perhaps even to Pharaoh himself. Then when I was a teenager, I knew that I had got something going. All of my friends told me I was great. This week we read Vayeshev, and he settled. We were introduced to Joseph via the dreams, which play not just a crucial role in his life, but in all of our lives. The dream master, he is called, and his ability to interpret others' dreams, not his own, propels his journey in growth. But his silent development, that of character, is actually in his emulation of his uncle Esau, one of the most loathed of all biblical characters. For Joseph adopts Esau's ability to forgive. And here we have another great example of a role we should hold up and talk about, but which again we tend to negate. Yes, we honor Joseph, but not for the greatest lesson that he teaches, and that is the lesson of forgiveness. Now, this reading, I call it a bookend reading. It begins and ends with pairs of dreams. And that emphasizes the biblical clue of doubles and their power. We talked a little bit about them before. We're going to talk about them again. I just closed my eyes again. Climbed aboard the Dreamweaver tree. Driver, take away my worries of today. Leave tomorrow behind. Dream weaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Dream weaver, I believe we can reach the morning light. You know what? We love stories about dreams. We all dream. We all want to know what they mean. And we are inundated this week with four of the most famous dreams in history. And in between, we see Joseph sold by his brothers, his strange relationship with his owner's wife leading to his imprisonment, and ending with the dreams of the two prisoners. We see fate at work the entire time. We are introduced to Joseph very early in this reading. Genesis 37:2. Joseph, at 17 years old, had been tending the sheep with his brothers, and he was a boy with the sons of Bela and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. Joseph brought a bad report of them to their father. He's just a squealer. And Israel had loved Joseph the most of all his children because he was a son of old age to him, and he made him a coat of many colors. You know what? He didn't love him because he was a son of old age to him. He was the only child of the only woman he loved, Rachel. Now, what is another biblical truth based on unknown words is this idea of the coat of many colors, ketonet pasim, which in Hebrew is really more like a long-sleeved coat. It was the Greek translation that suggested it was a colored coat. But traditional early understanding was that it was simply a special coat. The actual suggestion that Joseph's coat was many colors comes from the story of Tamar, who was dressed in an ornamental ceremonial tunic in Samuel 2. And oddly enough, in the middle of this reading about Joseph, we segue to the story of Tamar and Joseph's brother Judah. An amazing story, which certainly doesn't belong here, but it connects the characters, hence the coat of many colors. Now, the coat of many colors in the production I saw was fantastic, but of course was nothing like in the Bible. That's where, like artistic license comes into play. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking. The world was waking. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, a golden coat flew out of sight. Colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. The coat is what separates Joseph from the others. Genesis 37:4. And his brothers saw that their father loved him most of all his brothers, and they hated him. And they were not able to speak a greeting of peace to him. Now in Hebrew, the phrase there is dibaro l'shalom. They couldn't even wish him peace, right? Which you would wish upon everybody. Wow, that's hate. And Joseph had a dream and told it to his brothers. They went on to hate him more. He's not endearing himself. You know what? He's not too bright. He goes on to tell them his two dreams. The first has their sheaves of wheat bowing to his sheaf, and in the second, stars and the sun and moon bowing to his star. You know what? If this were in a cartoon, you'd be able to see the steam coming out of the brothers' heads from them being boiling mad. What no one seems to know, of course, is that the dreams that he's just told them are prophetic. Not the brothers, not Jacob, not even Joseph himself knows. Joseph will be able to interpret other people's dreams, but not his own. Needless to say, the brothers hate him even more. They want to kill him. So they throw him in a pit. They take his fancy coat. They rip it a little. They put goat blood on it, make it look like he was killed by a wild animal, and they send it to Jacob to show him his son was dead. Here is more of the underlying karmic playback for Jacob, who used his brother's clothes and goat fur to deceive his father. Is it any wonder we associate karma more with bad than good? When good things happen to us or others, we say lucky. But when bad happens, we say it's karma. They sell him. He ends up in an Egyptian prison, languishing, but growing. An incredible setup for what is to come. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom, be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light, and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we're a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. So let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love. Open your hearts and honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have and enjoy that journey. Because we take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our efforts to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intention. Use them to imprint your will on the universe. Because we set in motion all that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our kavanah, our cause, our effect. Everything is linked. You have time to forgive and to be forgiven, and you have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness. But do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is all in acceptance, my friends. Can you accept yourself, other people, the world just as they are? Can you accept life just as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It's your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love, because it's always in front of you. Remember to have faith. Just as I have faith in the principle of love and of all of you, act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none, cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand the heart and quiet the mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time. Continue to touch and transform lives around you. You're never alone. You're forever blessed, and you have the ability to bring blessing to everybody you come across, everybody you meet. Health, love, and renewal to everybody. We're all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. It is your words that are your power to transform. Bless others and bless yourself. Love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. And be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you whether you know it or not. And continue to explore faith and belief, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced others have too, we share together. We learn together, we help each other, because we are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive. Keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. Keep watching the miracles of your life. Never stop dreaming. Hold on tight to your dream. Hold on tight to your dream. When you see your ship go sailing, when you feel your heart is breaking, hold on tight to your dream. Well, thank you for joining me, my friends. Have a great week. Please keep exercising forgiveness. Light the candles of the menorah. Honor the change in season. Be thankful. Be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love, and continue to spread a little goodwill to the world, and never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shabbat shalom, and take care, and I'll see you all soon.